Cellular respiration. Now you've been sitting here all morning learning, and I'm sure by now you're getting a little hungry. You go out to get your snack and begin eating it. Why is your body feeling hungry? Well, it's because it's telling you it needs more energy. Now, did you go pick a good food to give it energy or a not so healthy food? This is important because food supplies your body with glucose, which is an energy-rich sugar. And respiration is the process by which cells obtain energy from that glucose. During respiration, cells break down simple food molecules such as sugar and release the energy they contain. When we're talking about cellular respiration, this is different than what you might have heard before when we refer to respiration as breathing. Like photosynthesis, respiration is a two-stage process. And although it occurs in a series of steps, the overall process can be summarized in the following equation. Sugar from the food we eat and oxygen from the air or water vapor we breathe in result in carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Hold your hand in front of your mouth and exhale on the palm of your hand. You've just exhaled carbon dioxide and water. Now notice that this equation is the exact opposite of photosynthesis. Together, these two processes form a cycle that keeps the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide fairly constant in Earth's atmosphere. Living things will use both gases over and over again. Now, let's look at the two stages of cellular respiration. The first stage takes place in the cytoplasm of an organism cell. There, the molecules of glucose from the snack that you just ate are broken down into smaller molecules. Oxygen is not involved and only a small amount of energy is released. The second stage of respiration takes place in the mitochondria. There, small molecules are broken down into even smaller molecules. These chemical reactions require oxygen now, and they release a great deal of energy. This is why the mitochondria are sometimes called the powerhouses of the cell. And besides energy, the other two products of respiration are carbon dioxide and water. These products diffuse out of the cell and leave the body during exhalation or breathing out like we just did. Thus, when you breathe in, you take in oxygen, which is a raw material for respiration, and then when you breathe out, you release carbon dioxide, in which water is a product of respiration. Now, some cells are able to obtain energy from food without using oxygen. For example, some single-celled organisms live where there is no oxygen, such as deep in the ocean or in the mud of lakes or swamps. These organisms obtain their energy through fermentation. And fermentation provides energy for cells without using oxygen. The amount of energy released from each sugar molecule during fermentation, however, is much lower than the amount released during respiration. You may have experienced fermentation occurring in your body when you are sprinting or lifting a heavy object. If your leg muscles are pushing hard against the ground and you're breathing quickly, right then, no matter how hard you breathe, your muscle cells used up the oxygen faster than it could be replaced. And because your cells lack that oxygen, fermentation occurred. One product of this type of fermentation is an acid known as lactic acid. And when lactic acid builds up, you feel a painful sensation in your muscles. And this is when after a day of working out or doing sports, your muscles are very sore. Okay, now that we're connecting everything together, it's time to show what you know.